On January 30th, 1969, the Beatles staged their famous Rooftop concert in London. In 1968, the Beatles decided that they wanted to try to get back to their roots. See what I did there? They planned to do a live performance of new songs, broadcast it as a TV special, and release it as an album. That album became the band's last, Let It Be. These new songs would need to work well live without recording tricks, many of which the group and its producer, George Martin, had pioneered. The band, accompanied by a film crew, began rehearsing at Twickenham Film Studios on January 2nd, 1969. They later moved to their Apple Corps headquarters on Savile Row in London. On January 22nd, George Harrison brought in keyboardist Billy Preston. The Beatles' unique relationship with Preston meant that he became the only musician to be given a co-credit on a Beatles release. This was on the group's 1969 single Get Back, which was credited as The Beatles with Billy Preston. It's unclear who first suggested the idea, but on January 30th, 1969, the 42-minute impromptu concert on the rooftop of their Apple Corps headquarters became the band's final public performance. They performed 9 takes of 5 new songs as a crowd of onlookers gathered in the streets, leading the police to shut the production down. The session and the rooftop concert became the bulk of 2 documentaries, 1970's Let It Be and 2021's Get Back, both of which are currently streaming on Disney+. My favorite scene of the Get Back documentary, which was made by Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings fame, shows the Beatles actually writing the song Get Back. It's essentially a jam session where you see the Fab Four's creative process. It's worth watching the documentary just for that scene. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1649, during the English Civil War, Charles I is beheaded, leading to the abolishment of the monarchy. In 1835, Andrew Jackson survives the first ever assassination attempt against a U.S. president. In 1933, Adolf Hitler, leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, is appointed German Chancellor. In 1948, Indian independence movement leader Mohandas Gandhi is assassinated by a Hindu fanatic. In 1968, communist forces launch coordinated attacks across South Vietnam known as the Tet Offensive. In 1972, 13 demonstrators in Northern Ireland are killed by British paratroopers on Bloody Sunday. In 2020, the WHO declares the coronavirus a public health emergency of international concern. And now, it's time for our Today in History quiz. The CEO of McDonald's in which country took the fast food chain to the Soviet Union? The United States, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, or Canada? Think you know the answer? Drop your guesses in the comments below. Find out if you're right tomorrow on Today in History.